I'm Robert Cruz. I'm the pastor of Antioch City Church, and we're about 12 years old here in Highland Park, which is in Northeast LA. The church that I pastor in is a multi-ethnic church, and one of the strengths of our church is we are one family, and we believe that as one family, we should be empowering every members to pursue what God has put in their heart as far as ministry, and so as a result, there are different ways that we embody the love of Christ to our communities. Some people in our church serve in a mentor program for the youth of our community. Some people serve women who need support, and some people, like a particular family in our church for the last 10 years, have been serving families who are receiving treatment for their children at the Children's Hospital in Los Angeles. So let me tell you a little bit about that. CHLA invites families who from all over Central America to receive treatment here in LA, and they cover the cost of the treatment, but those families then have to look for housing and food and transportation and all of that. Now, one of the families in our church has led a ministry over the last 10 years where they have connected with some of these families to provide food and transportation, but more than that, they provided a little bit of a family here in LA. And so um, when the pandemic hit, it has become more and more difficult for families who want to receive treatment for their kids to come here to LA because they don't have a place to stay. And so sometimes families have the invitation to get treatment here, but because of a lack of resources, let's say they can't pay for a hotel for 2 weeks while they're here in LA, they will just wait. You know, they'll wait till they have money, they'll wait till someone can pay for their hotel or if they have somewhere to stay. And God has just moved in the heart of our community to help some of these families. We're a small church, so the scope of our ministry is not that large, but we felt like, you know, in whatever capacity we can help, would love to be God's hands towards these people. And so that's where the idea of, you know, I wish that someday we could have a place for people to come in and stay while they're receiving treatment here in LA. And what if, as our way to show them hospitality, we really treat them like family. You know, we welcome them to a house where it's filled with groceries already, so they don't have to worry about where their next meal is going to come from. And what if we provided rides for them, you know, to their doctor's appointments back and forth? And what if we are there in their living room praying for them and joining them in their journey as they're receiving treatment here in LA? And about a year ago, God has provided this apartment for us. It's a 2-bedroom apartment, walking distance from our church, and with the help of the church, but also with the help of Manna, we have been providing homes for many families who have stayed here. And some great stories, maybe one of my favorite stories is one of the families that have stayed here because of how long they've stayed here and how long they've been exposed to the gospel. Before they went back to Mexico, both the mom and the dad have accepted Jesus. We baptized them in the beach, and they're connected to a church now in Mexico, and I'm sure their kids would not forget also the experience that they've had. And another great news is their son was healed after 4 years of being out here, and they consider this as a miracle. So these are some of the things that we get to just participate in. You know, with what God is doing here, with what some families in our church are doing. And I want to say really a big thank you to Manna for supporting this initiative, for supporting this work, and to everyone behind Manna, every partner every churches, every pastor, every donor. I want to say thank you so much from Antioch City Church, and thank you so much on behalf of the families that have been benefiting from your generosity.